Hello and welcome back to this week's episode of QU All Access. I'm Derek Lambert.
And I'm Ryan Snyder. On this week's episode, we'll look at how you can help a fellow student in need.
And we'll show you how students turn into April Fools. But first, Thursday, Dr. Robert Gervaisi released information on what changes are to come to the university due to the task force at QU. This task force was created to find ways to decrease university spending in response to the MAP grant funding.
That Quincy University will undergo a major academic and administrative restructuring to position the university for future success.
Dr. Gervaisi goes on to say that there will be a release of 7 full-time positions and the elimination of 20 low-enrolled courses. Stay tuned for later in the show when I will sit down with Student Government President Lauren Beeman for more information and what the future of Quincy University holds.
As the semester nears the end, you may find yourself with extra cafeteria meals, and if you want to end the semester on a good Franciscan graces, QU makes it possible for you to donate extra meals to students who may need them.
With only a few weeks left for students to use the cafeteria in UC, some students may find themselves with plenty of meals left. So a new program will allow for students to donate any excess meals that they don't plan on using to students who may need them. This can be done in the cafeteria if you plan to donate meals. This can be done in place of switching these extra meals to flex dollars and then buying excess food in bulk at the end of the semester. And this is a great way for students to pay it forward.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Usually at the end of the year, they have a lot of meals left over and usually transfer it over to flex. So I think that's wasteful. They just buy bulk snacks and it could be going to something better for a better cause.
In addition to donating meals, students are offered another way to get more out of their dining experience. Quincy University's dining services give students a chance to save money by supplementing money they've already paid. Every meal plan offers students a certain amount of flex dollars and block meals to be used during the semester. However, some students run out of flex dollars quickly while the number of meals they have remain high. The remaining unused meals can be converted to flex dollars to take advantage of the money put into the meal plan.
8 students that already have converted meals to flex. They can come to any of our locations. There's a form to fill out. Ideally, it's best to stop by the main office, then we can double check their flex and make sure they have the right amount, make sure they're transferring the right amount that's appropriate.
It's not the dating game, but the Phi Beta Sigma fraternity and the peer educators for Quincy University are trying to help find matches on campus. These two groups recruited students around campus last week to be matched for the Bone Marrow Donor Registry Drive. This means that individuals around the country who are diagnosed with life-threatening blood cancers can be helped by the donation. There are more than 14,000 patients in need of transplants, so any help is appreciated. If you are unable to attend the drive and are still wanting to donate, you can go online for more information at www.bethematch.org.
With graduation right around the corner, seniors are probably more than ready to walk across the stage and get their diplomas. But are they ready for what comes next? The adult life and everything that comes with it will come faster than these students realize. On Monday, April 4th from 5 until 6:30 in the SSC, QU will be hosting a panel of human resource directors to help students learn what they need to get going in the real world. Examples are how to pay taxes or how to get insurance and what to expect from employees will be covered.
The adulting seminar will be an opportunity for our students to come in and talk to a panel about next steps. A lot of our students have already secured jobs, and so they'll get to understand what does a benefits package look like, what should I look for if they offer me this, what does a 401k mean, and what's a good match.
With graduation right around the corner, many seniors are trying to find out what's next. Senior Jake Peterson is no different. Peterson will graduate in May with a double major in accounting and finance. He plans to pursue a field in public accounting, such as being a consultant or auditing. He plans to go back home in Wisconsin where he will begin working while also continuing to work on his CPA exam.
Well, I'm double majoring in accounting and finance. I plan on going into public accounting. I'm going to be taking the CPA examination, become a certified public accountant, and I'd like to go into auditing. That's the field that I think I would enjoy the most. Well, I'm double majoring in.
Coming up, more details on the future of the university.
And we'll show you how Quincy has become a top-ranked town in the country. Stay with us.
The future of the program is very bright. It's an exciting time on QU campus because we have QU TV. We have a television station where students can experience working as a director, an anchor, a reporter, photographer, doing weather, doing sports. We also have a newspaper where students can report be photo editors, be executive editors. We've got a lot of opportunity there working on the student newspaper. We also provide students with the opportunity to do magazine articles with heavy research and giving them a little bit more time to expand on articles and do some in-depth investigative work. Moving forward, it's exciting because all of the skills they learn in every avenue will translate into what we have in the future, and web writing and mobile writing and all of our distribution platforms. We have an incredible opportunity to grow the department, to grow the program, and to grow students into excellent journalists.
Yes, growing up I had one deaf friend, and that was the only deaf person I knew before coming to school here at QU. And now I regularly get to hang out and socialize with the deaf community, which has been awesome. Sign language isn't exactly like learning another spoken language because you use your body, facial expressions, your hands are your instruments. So it is definitely learning a new language. It has its own grammar and syntax and everything. It's not exactly like English like a lot of people think it is.
Welcome back. We now have more on QU's big announcement Thursday morning.
Your student government president and Falcon reporter Lauren Beeman joins us now to discuss the recent task force findings. Lauren, what are some of the big changes going to be made at QU?
So the motto for the task force was maximize student success while eliminating costs. And I think as a student, the most important part of this is how will it affect us directly. So by spring 2017, administration hopes to break down the departments into 3 distinct schools. So there will be a school of interdisciplinaries and liberal arts, a school of education and science, and a school with business, communications, and IT. Within that, enrollment management, chaired by Dr. Ghosh, and student engagement, chaired by Dr. Tiffany Nolan, will become one under Dr. Ghosh. And for more on the academic side of things, online general education courses, the cost has been lowered to encourage students to take the gen eds over the summer to try to alleviate cost and promote student academic success. In addition, they're going to be eliminating 10 courses per semester, so 20 courses total throughout the year, that have low enrollment and they don't really feel are as necessary for students if they're not as interested in them, and that's going to be at the 100 and 200 levels. And then they're also promoting more dual credit for local and within that county high school students to, in addition, get them to come to QU.
Right. Do you have any idea, will this affect, current students in any way, shape, or form? Do you know anything about that?
As far as I've been told, current students shouldn't worry about the change in the schools and like the interdisciplinaries all combining and stuff. That won't affect your major. It'll just look different. So each of those 3 schools will be chaired by a different dean.
Okay. Perfect. Well, thank you for joining us today, Lauren. Next week, we'll have much more on this story, including a student reaction.
Coming up, we'll show you how to charge your phone on the go without needing an outlet. Stay with us.
QUTV is more than a news outlet.
1 in 5 undergrads work at least 35 hours a week, year-round.
Students involved with QUTV learn life lessons, create lasting memories, and gain the experience needed to succeed in future careers.
Students need to be involved with QUTV as a viewer or as a participant because we need to know what's going on around our campus.
Knowledge is powerful, and QUTV News serves to inform not only the students, but the Quincy University community as a reliable and powerful news network.
You had plans. A baby wasn't one of them. You feel you can't afford a baby. Not now. How will you tell your parents? Your boyfriend? Are you or someone you know facing a crisis or an unplanned pregnancy? CareNet of Quincy knows making important decisions can be hard, and you need to have information you can trust. Take a moment, stop and think, educate yourself. You are not alone. CareNet of Quincy is here to help.
Welcome back. The weather last week may have been rainy, but this week might just blow you away.
It sure seems like that, Derek. Now we go to Lainey Wade for an extended look into next week's weather forecast. Lainey?
Yes, well, last week's weather was a little stormy, and this week's weather is going to bounce around from the low 50s to the high 60s. We'd have to see. So starting on Friday, we are going to be wet, so with a high of 54. So grab those umbrellas out your door because you will need them. But leave them on Saturday because it is going to be nice, bright, and sunny with the high reaching 52. It's good to see that sunshine in there. And then wrapping up our weekend, if you want to do anything, wait till Sunday because it's absolutely beautiful. The high is reaching 68 and the sun is going to stick around. It is magnificent. As far as the rest of the week goes, it kind of varies. Looking at Monday, the clouds are going to roll back in and we are going to cool off quite a bit as the high is only going to reach 54. Then on Tuesday, again, will be partly cloudy, but it will warm up just a tiny bit as the high reaches 58. On Wednesday, grab those umbrellas because it's going to be storming, although it will be really nice because the high is going to reach 65. So I guess you have to take the good with the bad on that day. And on Thursday, our weekend is going to be a little chillier than normal as the high only reaches 51 and we will see some clouds. So we do have a little mix of up and down weather, but at least it's all staying above 49, so you can't complain there. Just get out there and enjoy the weather. That wraps it up for this weekly Hawks forecast. I'm Lainey Wade. Throwing it back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Lainey. The city of Quincy makes news on the national scene once again, and this time it's for a positive reason. Quincy ranks among the top 25 best small college towns according to a recent USA Today study. The study scored 170 cities that have a 4-year college and a population below 150,000 people. Quincy ranks at number 19 because of its low rent and its historical architecture. USA Today used economic and quality of life as factors in its analysis.
It's time again for QU All Access Weekly Hacks.
Reporter Evan Powell joins us in studio for the latest. Evan?
Hey guys, I'm Evan Powell with another dose for your QU hacks to make life a little easier, one hack at a time. As a college student, one of the most important things in our daily lives is our phone's battery life. From early mornings to late nights, cell phones are being used all day for numerous reasons. We use our phones for social media, phone calls, texts, and for a lot of other things. Instead of carrying around your charger all day and looking for outlets, wherever you are, invest in a portable charger. Portable chargers don't require you looking for a place to go. You can charge your phone in your hand. These portable chargers can be found at the bookstore and numerous stores around town. There's only 1 month left in the school year, so summer is right around the corner. Now's the time to start looking for a summer job if you don't already have one. Having a summer job could be useful for the fall semester by allowing you to save money for books, food, and living expenses. A summer job is beneficial in other ways besides money because it can strengthen your resume and keep you busy for a few months. Thanks for watching this week's hacks. Make sure to tune in next week for more, exclusively on QU All Access. Back to you, Ryan and Derek.
After the break, we'll update you on QU Slugger and introduce you to this year's Hawks golf team.
Stay with us.
Join me, Coach Marty Bell, head basketball coach of the Quincy University Hawks, live from Chicks on the River every Monday night at 6:30 p.m. or on ESPN 1440 for the Coach Marty Bell Show. Hear from our coaches and players as Ben and I recap the previous games and preview our upcoming opponents. Grab your friends and family and come out to Chicks on the River for a great meal and meet the Hawks. QU men's basketball, Chicks on the River, and ESPN 1440. A winning combination. And as always, it truly is.
Come support your Quincy University baseball team this season. The Hawks compete in the NCAA Division II Great Lakes Valley Conference. Cheer them on as they play for a conference and national championship.
Come see the new renovations at QU Stadium. The turf infield gives the Hawks a great playing surface.
Come out and have some fun and support the QU Hawks baseball team this season.
For more information on the QU Hawks baseball team, go to QUHawks.com and click on the Sports tab and select Baseball.
Welcome back. This week was a busy one on both diamonds.
We turn it over to Sports Director Carly Betancourt for the latest on what's happening in sports. Carly?
Thanks, guys. The Quincy University softball team had a doubleheader against Missouri S&T this past weekend. The Lady Hawks split with the Miners, falling in the first game 2-0 and winning the second game 8-0. Senior Rachel Scrum smashed one to the opposite field for a 2-run homer, her second home run of the season, while Samantha Ledbetter nailed a 1-out solo home run to center field, and junior Lindsey Green hit a 3-run shot to left center to give the Lady Hawks the go-ahead 8-0 lead. The Lady Hawks are now 11-13 overall and 6-6 in conference. They look ahead to play Missouri, St. Louis, and Maryville April 2nd and 3rd, and as you can see, that's Rachel Scrum being greeted by her teammates after her home run. And this is Lindsey Green. Now we head to KU Stadium where the Hawks take on Harris Stowe this past weekend. The Hawks took down Harris Stowe 14-5. To start us off, we have Dalton Overstreet with his first strikeout of the day, and he received his first win of the season. Next is a nice double play by second baseman Jake Walters and David Jacob. With the Hawks up to bat, Bryn Martinez outmaneuvers the pitcher, trying to take him out, and he gets there safely, obviously. Now we have David Jacob up to bat. Oh, I'm sorry, this is Bryn Martinez outmaneuvering the pitcher, as you can see. Next is David Jacob, and Bryn Martinez steals second, his second play of the game. And third, we have Bryn Martinez again holding for a second to make sure the ball is caught, and then he races to home, which he will score on this one. And I believe this is Matt Hilms sending the ball for Dominic Miles to cross home plate. The Hawks gear up to play Missouri S&T at Quincy Stadium Saturday, April 4th. Now on to golf. The Quincy University men's golf team has seen many changes over the last several years. This year's team has chemistry that can't be beat. For the Quincy University junior, strong chemistry was something that he found quickly.
It went very smooth this year. Coming in as a transfer, I met a couple of the guys on my visit. I met John and Aaron, and knew I liked them from the first time I met them, and then just met the rest of the guys as the year progressed, and we all just get along very well now.
So now, the men look to bounce back from a rough start and finish the second half.
Keep grinding, playing well, finished top 10 in the last tournament, so hopefully we can do that for the rest of the tournaments throughout the year.
With the downsize of a team from 18 to 10 players, chemistry was something that was strong in their minds.
8 of us juniors in our class, and we've all grown and matured. The guys who have been here since the start, and then the addition of Lewis and Joe as transfers have meant a great deal to the team, and really right now we're catching our stride, and I think that the future is very bright for Quincy Golf.
With the addition of an indoor practice facility, Quincy University has gotten the upper edge on its opponents.
Year 2 with the indoor facility over at North Campus, it helps a great deal during the winter months when other big programs in southern schools get to be outside all months of the year. We gotta stay indoors and work on our game. So that's helped a bunch.
With the second half of their season starting, the Hawks look to finish strong. With QU All Access, I'm Carly Betancourt. If you're looking for a sporting event to attend this week, here are your opportunities. Men and women's tennis look to play Drury on April 2nd, with men's volleyball and their alumni game April 2nd. Men's volleyball also plays IPFW April 2nd, and track and field heads to the Ashford Classic, with men's golf at their 3rd Midwest Regional. That does it for sports. Tune in next week to see what the QU Hawks are up to.
Thank you, Carly. Coming up, we'll show you how QU students celebrate April Fool's Day.
We'll be right back.
Well, my first thought was, Brother Ed has set us up. He's got someone hiding in there. They're getting ready to jump out of the curtain and scare us, but yeah, there was no one else there, and I couldn't explain it. It's just one of those phenomena.
I've always been a skeptic, and I've always thought that there was a rational explanation for all things like that, but being there when that all happened, we didn't have a rational explanation for why that happened.
There was. Did you hear it?
Oh my
Can I?
Oh gosh, wait, did you see that?
Welcome back. With April Fool's being celebrated nationwide, plenty of creative minds are formulating devious pranks in time for the special day. QU All Access took to campus to see how students have pranked, how they will prank, and how they have been pranked in the past.
I pulled one on my 3rd grade teacher. I put a fart machine under her chair, and during silent reading time, I kept pressing the remote so she was farting during class.
I'm going to pull an April Fool's prank on my neighbor, was my roommate, Kyle Reeves. I'm going to take a Febreze can and zip tie it closed so it keeps spraying, throw it into his room, and lock him in, hopefully.
Would be with my sister, and she hates eggs, so I put a bunch of eggs into her pillow one night, and she laid on them, and then a bunch of the eggs crushed, and it was a huge mess, but it was brilliant.
My old high school, that the teachers actually did April Fool's joke on the students. So what they did was, every class period, everybody had a test, and at the end of the day, they yelled April Fools, and they ripped the tests up and threw them on the ground. So we worked hard on them tests all day long, just so they can rip them up in our face.
Actually, last year, texted my mom and told her that I was pregnant and that my coach took away my scholarship, and she sent back a really supportive message about going to community college in town, so it was interesting.
Who knew QU students had it in them? On the topic of April Fools, have any of you ever pranked or pulled off the perfect joke?
I can't keep it a secret long enough to do it.
I think when I was in grade school, I had a teacher that was deathly afraid of rats, and I got one of those fake rats and left it on her desk, and she freaked out, screamed super loud, and everybody was really concerned.
I have not pulled any because I'm too afraid of the repercussions on what people are going to do back to me. So I tried to stay out of that as much as I could because I didn't want to get the prank pulled back on me.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Ryan on this one. I don't like pranks. I don't want pranks to be bad. I don't want it to be all out war. I've seen too many videos about couples getting back at each other between, and I'm like, I don't really want to start any of that. So, no.
Well, that about wraps it up for the April Fool's episode here. Thank you all for joining us on this week's episode of QU All Access. Remember to tune in online on Facebook or on Channel 97 on campus for more news anytime. For the QU All Access team, I'm Ryan Snyder.
And I'm Derek Lambert. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week, Hawks.